So we are a group outdoors. I'm Peter, this is Christian. And we are 2 out of 4 people in our group. Also in our group are Marianne and Siri. But they could not come here today because they are not in Norway. And not even in Europe, so it's hard for her to come. So, yeah, we are a group outdoors. When we first came to Brekstad, what we saw is what you see here. It's wild and beautiful nature, which perhaps isn't used to its fullest by the community. And this is because it's been claimed by the noise of the airplanes. We spent a great deal of time working on figuring out what effect this would have on Brekstad in the future, in the long term. And we think that the environment will be left to itself. It will be neglected. And meanwhile, people bicker over what to do with the sound. Should we regulate flight times? Should we insulate more against the sound? Move the whole base somewhere else? And the environment is seen as something tainted. We can't really touch it. We don't want to go there. And instead of working on issues such as how to create a better place for kids and youth to live, Brekstad might just go on fighting over its noise. And we made a model showing what we think will happen in Brekstad over the years. And this is 5 years from now. This is kind of our summary. And in our model, on the top right here, you can see the people in Brekstad. Yeah, on the right there, you have a guy. He's just giving up. He's leaving. He's going somewhere else. All that's going on here is fighting. And on the left, you have the kids in Brekstad. They're the ones who tag Brekstad. Because, I mean, the noise has destroyed everything here outside. Perhaps we could go outside and play, but nah. The adults, they just stand around and fight. There are the people here in the front. They unite and they talk, but they pull in different directions. And they don't get anything done. Kids are neglected. And it's a huge bad cycle. So, we want to make this not take place. This is the future, perhaps. And we want to make an intervention. And what we want to do is we want to reach this state. The people of Brekstad feel proud and at ease. They feel that nature completes and rejuvenates them. And in order to achieve this goal, we see 3 tools. And the first one is the environment, nature. It's beautiful, it's here, it's a lot of it. You have both huge, flat, windy landscape, as well as a short route into the ocean from anywhere. It's windy, which can be used to a lot of things. The second tool is the community, because while people might bicker a lot, that's because they care. People from Brekstad care a lot about the future of Brekstad. And they want the very best of Brekstad. They have a will to make it better here. And they just need a means. They need a tool, their own tool. And the third tool is the military. Because although the military is the source of the noise, they are also a huge, rich, resourceful, and talented neighbor which has everything to gain from pleasing the town of Brekstad. And we believe that it's a resource that can be tapped into and used. Okay, so here's what we suggest. We want you to think big and to go for...
Yeah, we suggest to make a high school teaching sports. We have named it Brekstad Idrettsakademi, or BIA. It will be students attending videregående from ages 16 to 19. And it will mainly focus on running, bicycling, swimming as the triathlon sports, and sailing. All of which are sports perfect to train in the terrain of the innate nature surrounding Blackstad. The academy will be run partly by the military, which will lend its expertise in training the elite young people to the fullest of their potential. In addition, the weight of the military will lend a lot of credibility to the education that the school will have to offer. This resolute involvement of the people and businesses in Blackstad will ensure that every aspect of the school is executed to perfection, so that the students that attend will be given the best school and education possible. The advantage Blackstad gets back from this will be huge. It will make the streets, nature and water around Blackstad swarming with young people running, bicycling, swimming and sailing around. It will demonstrate the potential of Blackstad, inspire people and create an atmosphere of vitality and achievement. The school will use the whole of Blackstad as its training ground, leaving marks on the ongoing activities and the training of tomorrow's elite, an apparent part of the city picture.
Yeah. And this is the kind of attention we want to give the school, and therefore also Blackstad. It will gain attention both for its unique cooperation with the military, the hard schedule run for the students, and for the achievements performed by the students when they leave the school. Naturally, it would be a goal to attract existing talent from within the different sports to help shape the training. And by establishing good facilities, this should be possible by making it a training ground not only for the students of the school, but also for national teams within the different sports. And of course, any graduating students will become huge collections of pride for Blackstad. At the moment, Blackstad has no school for kids in this age or up. People go to school elsewhere. And having a group here, having a school here for this age group will contribute not only to the kids who live here, who have the option to stay here and study more. It will also attract kids from other parts of the country, and it will also make it more viable to settle here and start a family here. After all, you studied here, you made a career here, you'll keep training here, you're an athlete, you need your facilities. The facilities can of course be used by the locals of Blackstad as well, and inhabitants of Blackstad may also take advantage of the same teaching expertise as the students. You'll have courses for inhabitants and tourists and whoever who wants to take part in this really hardcore training of tomorrow's athletes. On the side of the military, having this kind of education be a part of a military base will make it viable to come here to do kind of what the Americans do in the military. Some of them who are really good at sports, they go into the military and they take a military education as well as practice their sports and go compete in the Olympics. And as far as I know, it's not a common thing in Norway, but we can make it so. Yeah. The sports the Academy will focus on are sailing, running, swimming, and bicycle racing. All of them take advantage of the nature that surrounds Blackstad, making Blackstad the ideal place for just this school. Running and bicycling take advantage of the flat terrain and making treks throughout the landscape. We got kind of cut off here in the top right. Yeah, but anyway, making treks throughout the landscape both for running and for bicycling will be quite easy. The immediate access to the water, as well as the steady winds, is also great for sailing. And while you might think that swimming here in Norway all year round might be quite cold, these are really, really tough kids we want here. Really tough. So we'll throw them out there. They'll make it work. Yeah.
All the sports are kinds that will fill more than just the immediate center of Brekstad with students. They will stretch out through the land and the water to make visual presence very different to the one of the fighter planes. All on the road will get bicycle tracks branded by the school, naturally to make bicycling in these areas safer, but also to show that this road is one of the life nerves flowing through Brekstad. Named running tracks through the surrounding landscape will challenge whoever passes by to pick up their running shoes and see if they can beat the time of the finest youth in the country. It will turn the presence of the airbase into something positive, not only for the people who attend the school, but for everyone living within a large area around the school. The students will become positive diplomats, bringing the very message of determination and youth. In addition to the core sports, it will be natural to take further advantage of the environment and make orienteering, rowing, and kayaking possible. After all, a varied approach to exercise is part of how most athletes work towards their goal. If you want to get in the water or across the land, Brekstad is the place to start. The tight connection between the military and the school will help take care of the main challenges with exercising outside Brekstad, namely the noise from the fighter planes. The airbase will help the school form a schedule that lets the students exercise outside while there are no flights planned, simply circumventing that problem. The same information could be made available to the public through an app that functions as a flying forecast. You can simply look up when you're going for a jog or when you're going outside to see how to get rid of the noise. To our knowledge, this kind of information is not available to the public as it is, but we contacted the airbase and they would let us get the information after a while. So we think they would be able to give us times for when they are planning training and stuff. And then this kind of app would function like some kind of connection between the community and the military.
Yeah, which is what all of this is about. Connecting the military and the environment and the people of Brekstad. And thank you.